G'day and welcome to the first of our series of instructional videos to help you get the most out of your Daikin air conditioner. Today we'll be showing you the basics when using your remote controller. There's many features that we will not cover today, but you may wish to go to our website at lakesideair.com.au. There you will find the operation manuals for a variety of Daikin air conditioning systems. So let's start with the basics. The batteries in these systems are held in just behind the cover, which you slide down, and they're easily replaced. On some other models you'll find that the cover is behind and you slide that cover down and you get your battery that way. Battery should last several years. If you see the screen fading, then it's time. It's time to get rid of those batteries. So then that takes us on to probably the most basic function is the mode button. Now we will be going into more detail of this in a minute with a zoom shot, but we'll just go through the functions of it first. The mode button, which you'll find labelled in most of these controllers, just simply mode. When we use the mode button, we scroll through a variety of symbols and we'll get to one that is basically looking like a snowflake. That snowflake means the system is set for cooling. So if you've got that snowflake showing on the screen, you're asking the system to run on cooling. Now the system won't run on heating, won't do anything else but cooling. Similarly, if you were to keep pressing that mode button and you'll find another symbol that comes up, it looks like a sun, basically a round dot with straight lines coming out from it. The system will then be set to heating and it will only heat, it will not cool. So if you set the system temperature to say, 20 degrees and it's in summer, the system most likely will sit there and basically do nothing. Alright, so just make sure we've got the right mode set. Now there is an automatic mode as well that you can select by pressing the mode button. Again, as we said, undo the cover and you'll access the mode button. If you were to keep pressing that mode button and then you get a little an A with a couple of lines going around it in a square fashion, that means the system is then set to automatic and it will change from heating to cooling to keep the house set at your temperature selected. So let's say you've got it set on 23 degrees, you've got it set on automatic mode. The system will then select either heating or cooling to keep the house at 23 degrees. Quite handy if you don't want to muck around with a controller. It is quite handy for some people that way. Personally, I like to use the functions manually set for heating and cooling, as we previously just said. So the fan operation is another one. You'll generally find that in the older ones near the mode button, but in these newer controllers, the fan button is up the top here on the main display. Okay, you would normally have 5 fan speeds to select from manually, and then there's also some a night quiet mode as well. You can also set the fan in automatic. Again, you'll see the A with the arrows around it. That means the fan is set in automatic mode. The system will then select a fan speed that is appropriate for the amount of heating or cooling that the system requires at that time. Okay, it's quite an intelligent system. I use the automatic fan mode on my systems all the time. I really do find it works best. And you do select those fan speeds by just pressing the fan button continuously and it will scroll through all of the available fan operations for you. So, the final thing that I wanted to talk about before we look at these buttons in more detail is the temperature to set the system at. Now that does depend on personal choice really, but look, most people are comfortable somewhere between 22 and 24 degrees. I would err on the slightly higher side for cooling and slightly lower for heating. So, so summer, you probably want the house to be somewhere around 24 degrees. And similarly, winter, look, some people go down as far as 20. It's not a bad thing to do, it doesn't hurt to have a jumper on. So, everyone's different. See how you feel with those. Try somewhere between 22 and 24. and I think everyone will be happy. Anyway, so I'll see you in a minute, and we'll have a bit of a zoom up on these and see how that goes. Okay, so here we go with the Daikin remote that I was holding earlier. As you can see on the front right here is the fan button and the mode button that we were just talking about. There is another button on the front here that is quite good to use. When you first turn the air conditioner on, you can press the powerful button and it will run the air conditioner at maximum speed, therefore maximum capacity, for the first 20 minutes, and then it will revert back to whatever function you have on the screen. So it's great to use for when you first come home, turn the air conditioner on, whack it on powerful, and it'll work really well. Obviously your on-off button in the center, and then you can control your temperature up and down from here. So when I press the fan button, you'll see at the moment the fan display on the screen is saying the fan is in automatic. That is the A with the arrows around it that I was referring to previously. So a press from here will change it to the night quiet mode. That's the little pine tree there. That's a super low fan setting, great for when you're using the air conditioner at night if you want to keep the sound level to the outdoor unit to a minimum. Then we run through 5 steps from the minimum right through to the maximum fan speed, and you can stop anywhere you like and the air conditioner will run at that speed all the time. These are the 5 speeds that the system uses in the automatic mode. One more press will take us back to the automatic mode. The mode button, as we were showing before, at the moment it's in automatic, as we said. Now if I press it again, we'll get the dehumidify symbol. We see the raindrops showing on the screen. That will put the system in a dehumidification mode where it won't noticeably lower the room temperature, but it will certainly dry the air out and the room will actually feel much cooler. So another press of the mode button will take us to the cooling symbol, the snowflake, meaning that the system is on cooling and it will only cool. We can then adjust the temperature up a little bit from 22 because that could get quite cold. So 24 degrees, as I was saying before. Try it, see how you go, but somewhere around there is good. So another press of the mode button will take us to the heating symbol. You can see the dot with all the lines coming out from it, meaning the system will run on heating and only on heating. Again, 23 possibly too warm, it's up to you. We normally run ours about 22. So another press of the mode button takes us to the fan only symbol. You'll see the fan symbol again here. Not to be confused with the fan speed. This is saying that the indoor unit fan is on and is only the thing that will be on. Everything else will be off, as in the condenser. There'll be no cooling, no heating, just the indoor fan. Another press of the mode button takes me back to the automatic mode. There's several other functions on this controller. I'm only going to have a look at a couple. The main one here being the swing function. You've got the louvers that swing up and down, and you can control the louvers from side to side. In that mode there, with them showing on the screen, they'll continue to operate. If you stop it midstream or mid-stroke, it'll stop at that position and stay there. So thanks for having us, and I hope you can enjoy your air conditioner even more. So if you need any more support, please call Lakeside Air Conditioning. You'll find us online at lakesideair.com.au.